Good evening, friends, and welcome all of you to this session on goal setting today. Thank you for taking out time and joining us on a Saturday evening. This session is based on a very popular book, You Can Win, by Mr. Shiv Khera. This book has sold over 4 million copies. It's been translated in more than 16 languages. It's an amazing, amazing book, and something, and I have learned a lot by reading this book, and not only reading, but following this book. And I'm co-hosting the session today along with Mr. Manoj Nair. And Manoj is a seasoned HR professional and a motivational speaker. I'll tell you a little bit more about Manoj and his credentials as we go along in the webinar. The session today is being sponsored by Insure Sure. Insure Sure is started by professionals from the insurance industry who have got combined experience of more than 100 years in the industry. In a short span of time, they have achieved great success and have done insurance for assets more than 10,000 crores. There are many unique features, many unique things about Insure Sure. Few I would like to share with you. One is that they support with the claims advisory. There are many people who sell insurance, but very few who support when it comes to claims. And Insure Sure does that, and they do. Their services are available 24/7 because they're very committed, and they provide cost-effective insurance solutions both for individual needs and for corporate needs. So please feel free to connect with them for any insurance need that you or your company may have at the numbers which are mentioned at the bottom of the screen. If you like, you can take a screenshot of this page. So that, friends, is about the session today. My name is Ashish Kumar, and I'm the founder of Mindful Living. Is it okay if I share a bit about how we started Mindful Living and about me? If it is okay, please type okay in the chat. Please type okay if I have your permission to introduce myself and Mindful Living. Thank you, Vibhor. Thank you. Thank you. I started Mindful Living in 2018 after working in the corporate sector for over 25 years in senior management roles. And during the years of my working in the corporate sector, I saw how stressed the people are, these days, and the diseases that happen because of us being so stressed. So I started Mindful Living with a mission to assist 1 million working professionals and living a healthier, happier, and wealthier lives. And in the last 3 years, we have conducted over 250 sessions for leading organizations like IBM, Aditya Birla Group, Tata Group, Kotak Life, SDFC Life, EXL, Swiggy, CII, Airbnb, Times of India, and many other leading organizations. So with that backdrop, let's dive into the session for today. And this is chapter number 10 in the book You Can Win by Mr. Shiv Khera. So this is the book, and you can buy this. This is available on Amazon, and it's available on Kindle version is also there, so you can buy it and benefit from reading it. But for the context of today, Mr. Shiv Khera says it's very, very important to set goals, and he explains this in a very simple manner, not by giving any theory. He asks a very simple question, and I would like to ask you the same question. Do you ever get into a bus, train, or plane without having a destination in mind? When you buy ticket to a train, bus, or plane, do you buy a ticket without having a destination in mind? If you buy a ticket without having a destination in mind, please type Y in the chat. If you don't buy ticket without having a destination in mind, then type no. So what is it? Do you buy tickets without having destination in mind? Type Y. But if you buy tickets when you have destination in mind, type so. So do you have a destination in mind when we start a journey? If we have a destination in mind when we start the journey, type D. Yes, thank you, Manoj. Manoj says, Jai Kishan, thank you. We have a destination. We always have a destination in mind when we start a journey. But think about it, when we start our day, do we know what are we going to accomplish in the day? When we start our week, or, when we start a month, or when we start a year, do we always know, where we are headed? Many a times, many people just go through life without having a clear direction of where we are headed, and then life takes us in different directions, and then later we complain that I'm not getting what I want. It's because we are not clear about what we want in our life, where we want to go. So that's a very simple but very powerful example he gives. What's the destination we have in mind for our, and this is something which applies to many things in our life, whether it is on a daily basis, whether I know what I'm going to do on a weekly basis, and those are very powerful things. Next example that he gives in this book is from another book called Alice in Wonderland. And in this scene, Alice is talking to Cheshire Cat, and as you can see, she has to choose a path whether she goes right or left, and she asks Cheshire Cat, Cheshire Cat, which way should I go? And Cheshire Cat asks a question. The path you take will depend on where you want to reach. And Alice says, I don't care where I reach. Then Cheshire Cat says, it doesn't matter which way you take. If you don't know where you want to reach, then it is okay whichever way we take. So that is very important. Where do we want to reach? And that will decide what do we do on a day-to-day, month-to-week, on a month-to-month basis. So that's another very powerful example he gives in the book. And the one that really freaked me out was this story about Florence. Allow me to read from the book, because this is a very small and a very powerful story about setting goals. And so Alice is a swimmer, Florence is a swimmer, and just give me a minute. I'm reading from the book. On July 4th, 1952, Florence was on her way to becoming the first woman to swim the Catalina Channel. She had already conquered the English Channel. The world was watching. Florence fought dense fog, bone-chilling cold, and the sharks. She was striving to reach the shore, but every time she looked through her goggles, all she could see was the dense fog. Unable to see the shore, she gave up. Later, Florence was disappointed when she found out that she was only half a mile away from the coast. She quit, not because she was a quitter, but because her goal was not in sight anywhere. She said, I am not making excuses. If only I had seen the land, I could have made it. Friends, this is such a powerful story. When we don't have goals in sight, we can give up even though we are very close to reaching our goals. That is why it's very important to have goals. Listen, 2 months later, she went back and swam the Catalina Channel. This time, in spite of the bad weather, she had her goal in mind and not only accomplished it, but beat the men's record by 2 hours. So she tried it first time, she failed because she could not see the goal. And she said, I didn't quit, but because I was and that is what happens to many of us, friends. If we don't have a sight of the goal, it becomes very easy to give up. I would like to pause here and see if you have any comments, anything you would like to share from the three examples that author has shared in the book, of starting a journey with a destination in mind, or from Alice in Wonderland, or the story of Florence. Which of these stories has resonated most with you? Please type destination if the first story resonated with you. Please type A if Alice in the Wonderland story resonated with you, or F if the story of Florence resonated with you. Please let us know which of these stories resonated the most with you. And in case you would like to unmute yourself and share any experience, happy to hear from you. So please type D if you like the story about buying a ticket with a destination in mind. Please type A if you like the story about Alice in Wonderland. Or F if you like the story of Florence, where she battled so many odds, cold water, sharks, bad weather, to successfully swim across the Catalina Channel. Which of these stories resonated the most with you? We'll be happy to hear from you. You could unmute yourself and speak, or type in the chat. Manoj says it's a story of Florence which appealed to him the most. Let's see if there are any more responses. Manoj, is there anything you would like to share, your perspective on the story of Florence? Jomi says story of Florence resonated. Very nice. Very powerful story about setting goals and achieving them. Having a sight on the goals and achieving them. Manoj, you're sharing something?
Yeah, so Ashish, definitely that was very inspiring story. And the most wonderful thing is when she understood the goal and the shore was nearby, and the second time she did it on a record time, and that too 2 hours prior to the men's who have been doing it those times. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So it seems that story of Florence has inspired a lot of us, and rightly so. Very inspirational story. So friends, keep that in mind as we go through our life. Let me pause and see. See, Alison, C is what, John, which one is C? Okay. So good. So now, we have seen why it is important to have goals, because in our daily life, we won't take a journey without a destination in mind. And we have seen how powerful it is from the example of Florence to set goals. But still, many people don't set goals. And one of the reasons why people don't set goals, as Mr. Shiv Khera talks in his book, is because of fear of failure. If I have not set goals, then it is very easy for me to get by life without saying that I have achieved or not achieved. It's only when I set a goal, and if some people feel that if I set a goal and if I'm not able to achieve it, I'll be thought people will think I'm a failure. But what Mr. Shiv Khera says in the book is the biggest failure is not to set a goal. The failure is not that you have set a goal and not achieved it. Not setting a goal is the biggest failure. So please don't worry about not being able to achieve the goal. I have said I'll tell you about my story. I'll share my story about setting goals. There are some goals I have achieved, some which are work in progress, but that doesn't stop me from setting goals. So don't worry. The failure is not having a goal, not that we have a goal and not achieved it. Second is tried and failed, and then we give up. This is what happened with me. When I completed my studies in the first few years, I used to set personal goals. And, for a couple of years, for 6-7 years, I used to set personal goals. But then I didn't achieve, and when I didn't achieve, I gave up setting personal goals. So for about last 20 years, I had not set personal goals. And then I'll tell you later what happened, how I got back into the habit of setting goals and successfully achieving them. Another reason people don't set goals is because they don't feel it is important. When we are in a job, the company asks us to set goals, but for our personal life, we don't set goals. Another reason people don't set goals is because they don't have the ambition to achieve much. But that is something which can impact our whole family. So for the sake of your family, one should think of what is it that we can do better, and also for society. Another reason people don't set goals is because they just think that I will do it next week or I'll do it next month. So we are in August right now, so some people may think that I'll set it in September, or I'll set it in when December comes or 2022 comes. So you just keep postponing it, so that's another reason people don't set goals. And another reason is lack of knowledge about mechanics of goal setting. As I was sharing, I tried setting goals, personal goals, for a couple of years, and I failed. I didn't achieve those goals. And when I failed for 6-7 years in achieving my personal goals, I eventually gave up setting goals for about 20 years. And then last year, in March 2020, I was attending a conference, and this was just before the lockdown was announced. This was in the first week of March. And my good luck had it that, I had a roommate, we were attending that conference. I got a roommate who was a master in setting goals and then achieving them. And we got talking because during the day that we attended the conference, and in the evening we would talk. And he talked to me about, how to set goals and how to achieve them successfully. And I remember for 2 to 3 hours that night, I just sat and kept asking him what to do if this were to happen, what were to do, that were to happen. And he patiently answered all my questions. And then after a gap of 20 years, I set my personal goals and I wrote them down. When you type them on the computer, you can go and edit them later. But when you have written down goals, you can't change it because then it becomes visible. I sat down, I set my goals, and from March to December 2020, and for every single month, I achieved the goals in spite of COVID coming and the complete, business landscape changed. But still, I achieved all the goals. Would you like to learn about goal setting from a master who taught me how to set goals and achieve them successfully? If you would like to learn from a master who knows how to set and achieve goals, please type M in the chat box. If you would like to learn goal setting from a master who knows how to set and achieve goals, and who has not only helped me, but he has helped many, many people, and including himself. Thank you, Srinivas. Thank you, Anil. Thank you, Ganga. Thank you, Bridge. Thank you, Mridula. Thank you, Harish. Thank you very much, friends, for your enthusiastic response. And let me present that master to you. That master is Manoj Nair, my dear friend. And, who has, after 2020 also, I set my goals for 2021, and I'm very happy to share with you. I set 3 goals for 2021. This is August, which is about 2/3 of the year, but my financial goal, I have achieved 80% of my annual earning income. I set a second goal of launching website for Mindful Living. That has also happened. And I'll request Ashmita to share the link for Mindful Living website. You can all go and see that for yourself. And the third goal was my health goal, which I'm working on. So that journey continues. It's not that just 1 year I achieved and I gave up. This 2021 goals are also there. 2022 goals are also there. So with that background, I'll now like to invite Manoj and hand over the session to you. Thank you, Manoj. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Ashish, and thanks for the invitation and sharing my thoughts on goal setting. Next slides, please. So friends, for anyone anyone, when we talk about goals, definitely that starts with a dream. But the problem is people confuse goals with dreams and wishes. Dreams and wishes are nothing more than a desire. While any goals starts from a desire and dream stage, but people forgot how to set them into motion. So desires become strong when they are supported by multiple factors, like Ashish, have a proper direction, right? Have a dedication towards that uh, goal and have a strong determination, have discipline towards whatever activities you're doing, and with a strong deadline. It should not be that whatever you're dreaming and desires you have, you don't set a date on that. Until unless you set a date, it mere remains at a wishful thinking. Next, Ashish. So what is this is what differentiates a desire and a goal, and goals and dreams with a deadline and an action plan. Goals can be worthy or unworthy. It's a passion, not wishing, that turns dreams into reality. So steps to turn a dream into reality: have a definite and clear written goals. So whatever desires or dreams you have in your life, it is very, very important to have a proper clarity. Until unless you don't have a clarity what you want to achieve and what success means to you, it's worthless. So it should be very definite and have a plan to accomplish. So from all practical purpose, you need to understand whether you can set those goals into a short term, mid term, or long term. And one of the beautiful thing is to read and have a proper sight of those goals, and make at least have minimum twice a day you should read whatever you have set those goals. So friends, I would like to share my small success and my fulfillment of a couple of goals which I set in 2008. So me and Ashish both are from a small town, Bhilai, which is now in Chhattisgarh. And after my graduations, for better job opportunities, I moved to Mumbai in 1998. Almost for 10 years, I had good struggling period over there. To keep it short and simple, there was a period for more than a year, I had one single vada pav for my lunch. Uh, while vada pavs are like favorite street foods in Mumbai, but I had consistently because I had a big hole in my pocket. So being said that, it was in 2008 when I understood the purpose and reasons for setting up a goal. I set up 3 goals for myself. That is, first is to double my salary in next 2 years. Have my first flight trip for my elderly parents who were 65, 70 plus. At those times, while the fares were pretty less, but it was not within my budget. And the third was to have a small home for them in Kerala. So friends, trust me, with definite goal in my agenda, and having a plan, that is by doubling my salary, doubling my incomes, and how I can do that, and have a strong vision, visualization, and reading it at least 10 times a day, and writing it the goals on a daily basis, that and visualizing happening on the present tense, that made me accomplish all the 3 goals in next over the 2 years. And obviously those can be done only when you have a strong belief. Okay, so friends, here I would like to differentiate between the faith and the belief, right? So people have faith on their dreams and goals, but do not strongly believe on whatever goal statements they have made. So friends, when you talk about faith and belief, both are two sides of the same coin. To give an example, like almost for everyone, I believe in Indian culture or any other cultures as well, people pray, right? So morning, evening, you lit up the lamp and pray for the gods. So since childhood, we have faith on the God, but we have never seen any God. So many of them do not believe it until and unless one day you wish something and that is granted, and you feel that, oh, God has fulfilled the wishes. So from that day onwards, your faith becomes a belief, right? So the belief, when you write down your goals and make an action plan, your thought process should be 100% belief on your goals, what you have written down. And another a very important aspect is to do a visualization being won the game, right? And you must live on a highlighted moment. So when I say living on a highlighted moment, is that understanding that with the strong belief that you have already achieved those goals. So friends, to give another example, let's assume there's a final cricket match, because cricket is being considered as an religion in India. So if there's a final match between India and Pakistan, right? And you are determined to have an see the entire match at your home. And fortunately, the match happens to be on Sunday, right? So it's a weekly off. You have planned it. You have got all the popcorns and your juices, whatever brands you like, and thereafter you got a call on Friday that your boss says that on Monday morning we have a board meeting and we have to sit and complete a lot of documentations. So we need to work on Saturday and Sundays. You get frustrated and you feel and inform your boss that, boss, tomorrow Saturday I can come, but Sunday definitely not possible. So your boss agrees and you work on Saturday, and by the evening when you leave, your boss says that, see, this is another critical piece is remaining and we need to come tomorrow again and complete it. So you lose your temper, but you don't have an option, that because this is your bread and butter, you need to come, and you come to office on Sunday. And as soon as you reach, you inform your boss that, see boss, I will try to complete as soon as possible, maybe definitely by lunchtime I will push off, because you know that today is India Pakistan's match and I want to watch it. So your boss agrees that. By the lunchtime, you understand that the work is not complete and your boss is not going to leave you, and you have to stretch for another couple of hours. And you came to know that Pakistan had batted first and scored almost 350 runs. Oh, you became upset. Oh, like you said that, oh, now India is going to lose. What will happen? And you lose little bit of interest and you start working again. You worked and you never saw the time, and the time passed by. It was almost 5:30. And when you left the office by 6 o'clock, you found that people are enjoying. They are bursting the crackers and everyone is enjoying. So friends, what happened? Who has won the match? Please type on the chat box. Who has won the match? Great. Definitely, yes. India has won the match. Thank you. Thank you for the response. Srinivas, Harish, thank you so much. You are absolutely correct. No prizes for the right answer. So India has won the match, but you're still excited to know that who has scored so much 350 runs. And you, after 6:30, 7 o'clock, the highlights were supposed to come, and you took all your refreshments and start watching the highlights. You saw the Pakistani players were hitting all the bowlers. No one was spared. All the fours and sixes were bouncing up. And when the Indian second innings came, the Rohit Sharma scored almost 49 runs and he got out. You were so much worried. Now who is going to score? And as the match has progressed, Shikhar Dhawan also got out on 60 runs. Another almost 200 runs to go, and almost 25 overs are over. You are scratching your brain. Who has scored the match? Right? And you continue to watch, continue to see the entire highlights and the edge of the seat. And later you find out that on the last over, the tail ender hit a 6 and the India won the match. So what analogy you get over here? You know the result. You know the result that India has won the match, but still you were very excited to know the result, how it progresses, right? So whenever you set a goal, whenever you make a dream and set into a goal, you should leave on a highlighted moment stating that this is going to happen. You have a strong plan in place. No one is going to stop. Definitely you will get a lot of hurdles in the journey. People would be laughing at you for setting those high goals, but you must believe in whatever you have set those goals and leave on the highlighted moments. And friends, with practice, that is not an impossible task. You can start with small things. If you feel that, for many of the people who used to go to the office and many times stretch a long hours, coming from starting from 6 o'clock morning, 9 o'clock to evening 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, most of the people in the metros, they do, and they travel so much and reach home by 10 o'clock. Just set a small goals that you are reaching home to spend the time with the family and reaching home by maximum 6:30, 7 o'clock. From those small things, you can make it bigger and set your goals accordingly. Ashish, next slide, please. And your goals must be smart. It must be specific. It must be measurable. It should not that you got a dream, it was a desire, and you said, made it a goal that, okay, today afternoon I had a very nice sleep and you want to make it 10 lakh rupees from tomorrow onwards. That is not a specific and a measurable. It's not at all a smart goal. It must be measurable and attainable, right? And it should be very relevant. Obviously, when you got up in the afternoon and have a dream that you're going to earn 10 lakhs rupees per month, that's not at all relevant. So your goals must be very specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. Yeah, so friends, the goals which I've set, as I said about my 3 goals, so it was very specific that in next 2 years I want to double my salary, right? So I worked upon that. The skill sets which were missing, I developed those in the journey, and for having the first flight trip for my parents in the next 2 years. So as I said, I set up all those goals in 2008 in October. By March 2010, I got a good opportunity with MNC in Hyderabad. From Mumbai, I moved to Hyderabad, and having this home in Kerala, which I set up for in next 2 years, which was by 2010, but I got it by May 2011. I was able to gift my parents the home. So your goals must be must, and it is very important that your goals must be balanced. Many people, while setting the goals, they focus only on money. It is very important. Obviously, financials are most important things, but your family, your social networking, your community, profession, personal, recreation, spiritual, all are equally important. Thankful to for all of us, most of the people who are working from home, it has given an opportunity to take some me time and have an spiritual goals also to accomplish for many people I know who are in this meeting as well. So Henry Ford once said that obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off your goals. So friends, it is but natural thing that you will find the obstacles. You will have a lot of hindrances, and sometimes, as Ashish was mentioning earlier, that he was so much frustrated that he left making goals for himself after getting failed for 5-6 years. So obstacles are bound to come. It's for everyone. It's a defined law. If you have set a certain goals for success, there would be people standing to pull you down. Okay, so those obstacles, the day when you take out of sight your goals, your people will start pulling up, and things will not fall in places as you have planned. Daniel Barham, who was a great philosopher, he says that make no little plans. They have no magic to steer men's blood, and probably themselves will not be realized. If you make small goals, you will not find it very interesting or need to get it accomplished. So make big plans, aim high in hope and work, remembering that a noble logical diagram once recorded will never die. But long after we are gone, be a living thing asserting itself with ever-growing insistency. So you can leave a legacy. People will talk about you. You will create a history. Maybe for the world, but definitely for your families and near and dear ones who will be quoting that, okay, this is my friend who has set up a goal and accomplished, and for which the families and the next generations are also reaping the fruits. So activity is not the same as accomplishment. So friends, in the journey, obviously, when you set up a goal, you have an action plan. It is very, very important to understand that whatever you are doing in the process, should not consider that as an accomplishment. To give an example, if someone says that okay, I have set a goal and to have a good home, big 3 BHK home in a flat in my city, and you got a good job, but you need to understand that is your job going to fetch that home for you? You continue to work hard, you might become a best employer of the year, right? But daily in and out stretching 10, 12 hours a day will that accomplish your goals? So to give an example, like there's another example wherein there is a big difference between activity and accomplishment. And there was a French scientist named Fable. He did an experiment with caterpillars, and he fed the caterpillar with pine needles. This is a and uh, whenever they sense, they smell their food, they ideally go and start eating up and destroying all the leaves, etc. So the Fable arranged them in a circle in a flower pot so that the lead caterpillar actually was behind the last one, forming a circle. The caterpillars kept going in a circle in a pot. Okay, so for them it was an activity. For the caterpillars, this was an activity that they whatever the first caterpillar was doing, to going to eat the food for them, pine needles. So they followed, everyone followed, everyone was working hard, slowly going behind the person. But the result was the caterpillars kept going in a circle in the pot. Eventually, after a week of circling around, they dropped dead of exhaustion and starvation, with food only inches away from them. We need to learn a lesson. So we must understand whatever activities we are doing, you need to review that. Will that reach your goal? Whatever you're doing, you need to review all your activities again and again. Yes, Ashish. Ashish, next slide, please. So there's another example wherein let's say if some child want to do a horse riding, okay, and the trainer says that okay, you start with the wooden toy sort of thing, and you start playing with that. Okay, this would be the impact this much when you push up down the horse. You have to put up your put the belt of the horse like that you can control the speed. But in the process, while doing that activity, if the girls enjoy so much that on the wooden horse riding it, they don't want to go to the next stage. They don't want to go to the practically a ride on a horse. So that happens when people do not compare what they are accomplishing for their goals. So just because you are doing something doesn't mean you are getting anywhere. One must evaluate one's activity in order to have an accomplishment. A man was out driving with his wife, and the wife said, "Honey, we are going the wrong way." The husband replied, "Who cares? We are making great time." So until unless you have a destiny in your place, so in the journey, you need to evaluate where are you going. If you confuse activity with accomplishment, we would be making great time, but we won't get anywhere. So 3 key words over here: plan, action, success. So from an action perspective, planning an action, it is very, very important to understand what is success means to you. For many people, only money might not be a big thing for them. They might be want to help their elderly parents, have free time for their family, do some charity work. Okay, that might define their success. So it is important when you put up your goals and plan and draw an action plan, you need to understand what does it mean for you, for the success. What does it mean for you? List the goals that would lead you to success. Why are these goals important? You need to ask yourself. You are putting a statement, you're writing a goal statement for yourself, why it is important for you, and what you can put on stake for achieving that. That is most important. It should not be that okay, to achieving that you need to stay focused and you need to start meditation by 5:30 in the morning. That's a journey, that's a process. But that after 2 days you feel so lazy that you don't want to get early in the morning. So you need to understand that what is in stake for you to achieve the success. Identify the specific goals you want to accomplish in short term, mid term, and long term perspective, that which can be 1 to 3 months for the short term, 3 months to 6 months for a short mid term, and maybe 6 months to 2 to 3 years for a long term goals which you want to set. And one of the most important activity I would definitely say is to read and visualize your goals minimum twice a day and write it down if possible every time. So that will go into your subconscious mind, which will help you to realize and show you the path to reach the goals. Make goals slightly out of reach, but not out of sight. That statement says a lot, right? So it is said that if you make a goal to hit up a moon, if it misses, at least you will reach a star. And what is important, that check your progress periodically. That is one of the critical things. Otherwise, you might not be aware when you are held up in a loop like the caterpillars, or you will not be able to know that whether are you considering your activities as an accomplishment. You might feel that you're working very hard day in and day out, your organization is rewarding you, but will that actually lead to your defined goals? You need to understand. So I will turn up to Ashish now.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Manoj, for those insights. And friends, what I would like to share with you is that when Manoj talked to me about setting goals first time, I had questions and questions for him, many questions, which I kept asking him for 2 to 3 hours. So it's a good opportunity for us also to pick up Manoj's mind on any doubts you may have about, goal setting and achieving them, setting goals and achieving them. So please feel free to unmute yourself and shoot your questions. And while we are waiting for questions to come, I'll also like to request Ashmita to share the link to the feedback for our session. So this feedback takes less than 1 minute to fill. So please take out time. Your feedback is very important for us. So the link to the feedback form has been put in the chat. Please take a minute, and once you have shared the feedback, please type done FD in the chat box. So we also look forward to your questions. So and while we are waiting for questions and feedback forms to be filled, I would like to take this time to share with you that next Saturday, we have a very interesting session on emotional freedom technique. That's a very powerful technique which involves tapping on some key points in our body that release a lot of energy and help us become peaceful, happier, more energetic. So that's at 4:30 p.m. next Saturday. So please block your time and join us for that session. In the meanwhile, we look forward to your questions and your feedback forms. Or if you don't have any questions, you may also share with us anything that you have liked and you are going to use today. So any idea that you have liked about setting goals, anything that was an aha moment for you that you find. Thank you, Satya, and thank you for your feedback. Also, please fill up the feedback form. Any idea you found very valuable that inspired you or that you will put into action, because that is when the transformation will take place. That's when you will really get the benefit when you act on the information that Manoj has shared today. Thank you, Jaikishan. That's very encouraging. I'll start. So Jaikishan says, I'll start writing down goals from now on. That's awesome, Jaikishan. Wish you the very best in your journey. I can assure you from my personal experience that the life gets completely transformed when we start setting down our goals. I very clearly remember how I was in March 2020 and where I am now. It is a whole world of difference. So when we start, setting goals, our life turns around completely for the better. How can goal setting and gratitude practice go hand in hand? Yes, it can, because once we are grateful for what we have, our energy to achieve more goes up. So set goals and be grateful for what you have already. And we can also do gratitude for advanced gratitude, which I call prepaid gratitude. So say thank you for the things which are going to happen in future. So that is what Manoj was also talking about. It's like watching the match as if it has already happened, watching the highlights. So the gratitude can be done for two things: one that we already have, and one those that we are wanting to have. So that's gratitude in advance for things, imagining them that they have happened, already happened. So that's a very good question. Thank you. Shivashish, could you unmute yourself and ask the question? Because the question is not very clear the way you have put it. What exactly are you looking at?
Yes, sir. Good evening. I Shivashish here.
Good evening, Shivashish. Yes.
See, sir, smart approach we know in the goal setting process, but there are many tools and mechanisms that makes it more specific and so that you evaluate it in a proper way, because short term, long term, and medium term goal that you set. So, is there any mechanism that, as per your gut feeling or as per the need, or that is something specific that you use to identify it better, and a better approach you can give it to it, so that like in terms of salary, in terms of personal, professional, everything, goals, you have so many goals to attain, so when you make it a smart approach, though anything which is scientifically proven that you use, or something that that best suits your current requirement that you use.
Manoj, would you like to respond to that?
Yeah. So Shibashish, when we talk about the smart goal setting, you need to understand it must be realistic. As I said that, let's say you are in an X salary package right now, and you want to 2x in next 2 or 3 months. That would be most high likely impossible thing. So you need to understand what are the skill set required to have that 2x of the compensation you want to have. So that would take another 1 year or 2 years, or based upon very specialized thing, you are able to get it in next 6 months and get the skill set, you can do that. And when you set the bread, must have a strong belief that since you have already, you're doing your activities regularly, you have developed the skill set as required, and now you trust and believe, strongly believe that your goals can be attained.
Yeah, I agree.
And Shibashish, what I would encourage you to do is, there is also a trial and error approach. So don't worry about getting it wrong first couple of times. But what is important is you get started. And both Manoj and I are available for any assistance that may be required in the process. So set goals, like it's suggested in the book, 1 month goal, 1 year goal. So maybe you can start by setting some goals for the month of September, and you could start by choosing an area. So like there are 8 areas we have mentioned. It could be career, it could be money, it could be personal, it could be health, society. Choose 3 areas, choose one goal in that area, and get started for September. And then as you go along, you can add to it.
Yeah, that is more prominent. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shubhashish. So friends, we have also shared the link to our, the WhatsApp group and YouTube. So YouTube channel is where we post all the videos of our previous session. So you can go there and get watch the videos of the session, including the session for today. In case you would like to refer to your friends, you can refer the link to the YouTube channel. And also, if you would like to, a lot of you have shared that you have liked the session today. So in case you would like to stay connected with us and get information about the future events, you can get connected with us on the WhatsApp group, the link to which has been shared, so that you can keep getting update about the future sessions. So you can click on the links and get connected with us. We have another 10 minutes. So anybody would like to have any questions or comments? We're happy to take. So Srinivas, thank you. Srinivas says very thought-provoking. Aleem says, love the concepts, framework, examples, and your inspiring stories. Thank you, Aleem. Srinivas says, very thought-provoking. Friends, don't feel shy to ask any questions if you have. because your asking questions will help other people also, because your one question will help many other people. That's a very good one. I might get frustrated if I don't achieve my goal. How to handle this? Manoj, would you like to respond to that?
Yes, Ashish. So I couldn't see the name. Who was that?
It's Ashmita.
Okay. So Ashmita, this is a very natural process and it happens for almost everyone. But it's a process. You have to live with that. But that frustration should not deviate from whatever your goals are. Okay. So as I said, there are hurdles. There would be hurdles in the process. You might not get the results as soon you are intending to. So one of the powerful technique which I use is that when I drop a goal and put up a date on that, and if that is not accomplished, I change the date to another 15 days. Okay, but continue to have a strong belief and trust that this is going to happen, and try to live on a highlighted moment. So definitely with that thought process, your frustration reduces. You will continue to have the focus on whatever goals you have written down.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Ashmita, for that question. You could also share something that you have liked from the session today, or any questions, comments, or if you have filled up the feedback form, please type FD, feedback done. Thank you, Shubhashish. Thank you, Srinivas. Manoj, any comments you would like to share, parting comments?
So Ashish, I believe a lot of friends are shying off to speak, but definitely they can type it out. So no problem. Or any of you want to connect with us separately, you're more than welcome. So one of the critical thing I would like to say is that during my journey of setting up the goals and meeting with friends, colleagues, I could know that uh, uh, 8 out of 10 people doesn't have any dreams and goals in their life. People are just carried away with the flow. Whatever is coming in their life, they just pick it up those things. People, and as you say, the beggars don't have any choices, so they continue to choose whatever is coming in their way. So it is very, very important to understand that you will not be successful in any area of your life until you set a goal, whether it's finance, any relationship, family time, anything. Unless you set a goal, okay, I need to have a quality time with my son to play just a 10 minutes, 15 minutes in a day. So that itself sets a goal, and you can try from that. So very important to set goals in life.
Thank you, Manoj. I think that was very insightful, because like the author also says in the book, sometimes we don't set goals because we feel that if we don't achieve them, we'll be failure. But it is rather not setting a goal which makes us a failure. And it is better to set a goal and not achieve it, rather than not
Correct.
set a goal and not achieve it.
Exactly.
Because whenever we set a goal, what I have found is I have also evolved as a person. When I set goals and I put efforts to achieve, some I achieve, sometimes I don't achieve. Like Manoj was sharing that he set a goal to have the house in 2 years, but it actually took him 2.5 years. So that's okay. How does it matter that you get a house in 2 years or 2.5 years? But what is important is you set walking in that direction. So very well said, Manoj. Thank you very much. Friends, these are my numbers and coordinates in case any one of you would like to connect with me. Feel free to drop me a WhatsApp and we'll be happy to stay connected. I'm on LinkedIn, social media, Instagram, Facebook. Look me up, look up Mindful Living and join us. Thank you so much for taking out time and joining us. Thank you, Manoj, for a wonderful session. Thank
Thank
you, Insource team, for sponsoring the session today. Have a nice weekend and look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Bye bye.
Thanks, Ashish. Thanks. Bye.